Hello, I'm John van der Ghost and we're here with Nigel Middleton and Wayne Reed from Sim Racing Online, and they have gracefully granted me an interview, so we're going to do that. But first, let's let the guys introduce themselves. Uh, Nigel and Wayne, can you give us a little feedback on what your relationship is with Sim Racing Online and maybe a brief history on your sim racing career? Nigel.
My name's Nigel Middleton. One of the owners of Sim Racing Online. My sim racing history has been pretty good, I think. I've raced on Race Connect, Race Department, Race to Play, done lots of endurance racing, which I like, and I just generally like sim racing and decided to help start this site.
Okay, Wayne.
Yeah, I'm Wayne Reed. Pretty much been there, done it all. Been sim racing more or less 10 years on the usuals, Race to Play, Race Department, all various other places. Was staff member on Race Department for their GTR2 area. I was a staff member on Sim Racing Pro, and then sort of same thing with Nigel. We stumbled across the fact that we'd rather run our own thing as we couldn't really find a place that was doing what we wanted to do, how we wanted to do it. So we started Sim Racing Online. I've been doing modding for most of that 10 years, web designing, just all sorts really.
And is it correct to say that Nigel would be the owner of the site and you are more or less the technical brains behind it?
Well, we'd say we're sort of like we're co-owners really.
Co-owners.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it anyway.
But Wayne is more responsible for setting up the site.
Yes.
And maintaining it.
Yeah. Wayne looks after all the back end stuff and that.
Yeah. And what would your role be in this, Nigel?
Paying the bills.
Well, that's clear enough. So I've prepared a question list for you guys, and I would be very glad if you found some time to answer it. So the first question would be, Nigel, what is Sim Racing Online and how did it came to be?
Sim Racing Online came about. Wayne and myself discussed setting up some type of sim racing site probably more than 4 years ago.
Yep.
And we had discussions about it, and that's as far as it ever went. Then one day in 2015, April 2015, I set up a forum, with Sim Racing Online, bought the website address, contacted Wayne, and we went from there.
So you were already familiar with each other?
Yeah, I've known Wayne for a long time. We used to do endurance racing together in one of his teams.
Yeah.
His sim racing teams, yeah.
On what side was that, Wayne?
Race Department. It was the Race Department Le Mans series.
Oh, well known?
It was at the time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very popular.
So, as you know, Race to Play is ending by the end of December, and a lot of guys will be migrating to other sites, and a lot of them will probably go to Sim Racing Online. So, you've got the site now as it is for quite some time. And but what are your plans for site development in the near future?
You need to answer that. Wayne's better to answer that.
A few things coming up. We're in discussions with the owner of GP Costs to have that now put on the site, which is basically, for those that are not familiar with it, it's a league management software where you set a league up, then once each event's complete, you then upload a file to it, and it will then disperse all the points, create the tables and everything like that. So it's very, very, very professional. And then just either before Christmas or after, we'll be migrating to more up-to-date forum software than we're using now. New add-ons and such like. But yeah, that's it. Oh, and getting into race broadcasting as well. So
yeah, so the site is going to get a big overhaul by Christmas time.
Yeah, a big overhaul.
So it's going to look completely different than it is now.
Yeah, you won't recognise it.
Yeah, or me, because I'll have more grey hair by then.
Yeah.
So, as you know, people at Race to Play, a lot of them were racing for free, and the minority were actually paying members. So for those who come to Sim Racing Online, uh, what is the story on paying for races? Can people race for free at Sim Racing Online, or does it depend on donations or otherwise?
You ought to answer that, me or Wayne.
Well, the one who's most suited to answer. Let's start with Nigel then.
Well, Sim Racing Online is free, but it can't stay free. No Sim Racing Online site will ever be completely free. I'd like it to be completely free, but that's an impossibility. And in the real world, anybody who signs up for a sim racing site would probably already know that.
Yeah, clear.
And there was a couple of options that we were going to do, and we're not talking of silly money. We're talking of a few pence, basically.
Yep.
It was either a premium membership, or we're going to charge. We've got a poll running at the moment, which
I
Wayne's
saw
put
that.
up,
Yes.
which we're going to charge £5 a year for your driving license.
Yep.
Then you can race in as many races you like.
So there's a poll and people can vote for it.
Yeah.
What their preference would be.
Yeah.
And as the optional plan now is to ask people for a starting fee of €5, which is good for 1 year of racing.
Yeah. The poll's putting the feelers out there to ask members if they would pay a small fee or donate.
Yeah.
It's it till the decision's made, until we get the feedback. The feedback's up there to the 31st of December. The poll is up there to the 31st of December 2016.
Yep.
And it'll be decided after the poll finishes.
Well, after this interview is over, I will put a link on how to get to the poll so people can vote for it. What would you say is those €5? Is that to make a profit, or is that to cover the cost of the server?
This is a non-profit site. All money taken from donations or through driving license or premium membership, whichever we bring in,
yeah,
all money will be spent on this site. Wayne and myself will not have a penny of it.
So with all the money being donated and paid, you would just break even, more or less.
Any money's left over, we would like to do sort of probably, which is with me and Wayne still in discussion, but a minimum of a couple of races a year for good prize money.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
and site development, I guess.
Yeah,
we've got a lot of it will be spent on mainly site development and site costs. So the idea of what we always wanted was as a sort of, I mean, I know it's some sad pipe dream, you know, it never happens, but we want to make SRO as self-sufficient as possible. Yep. So if it's, say, for instance, it will cost us, you know, like £500 a year, say, if we got £600 in, you know, licence fees or donations, whatever people choose to do, that money, first of all, we'd take the 500 to cover the costs of the site for that year, and then the 600 would go towards either having like some trophies made or certificates or sell, or, you know, buy a game and stuff like that, because we want to, coming up next year, we're doing proper endurance events again, which is something me and Nigel love, which is, you know, how we met in sim racing, which is the 12 hours of Bathurst, the 24 hours of Le Mans, Petite Le Mans, and if we can, which I don't know whether it'll happen next year, but it'll be coming a year after, it'll be the 24 hours of Daytona as well. And all that will be prizes for the prizes for the top three in each class. So you'll get obviously first, second, third in each category. Like for your Le Mans, will win either a trophy, certificate, and anything else that we can get our hands on, really.
And would you also invest some of that money to cover the costs of broadcasting races?
Yes and no. I mean, as it turns out, looking into, because obviously we discussed the other evening with yourself about that, obviously we wanted to get into broadcasting, and we found, you know, software that's payable, but since looking upon it, I found an open source broadcasting software, which me and Nigel was testing the other night, which seems to be working quite well. So we're hoping with doing that, which streams live to YouTube, there won't actually be any cost for broadcasting, so that's the hope.
So broadcasting is actually, that we will be seeing that quite a lot then on Sim Racing Online.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
also we'll be asking people like when they're doing their events to.
Well, that's good news because everybody likes to be on TV.
Well, yeah, and it's also I mean I done some 24-hour commentary for another website. Absolutely loved doing the
Yeah.
commentating, although stumbled across many names being as most of them are
Yeah.
Germans. It was not the easiest of things for me to pronounce, but we found doing that you get more of a community feel because you'll get the people that are in the race that aren't necessarily doing their stint or want to join in with, they'll come in and do interviews with you while your broadcast is going on. And then, there's a lot of people that would have liked to have taken part but can't due to real life restrictions can sit there and watch the race, and
Yeah.
cheer on their favourite teams and drivers. It's very much like the real life kind of counterpart, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as you know, on Race to Play, a lot of teams and drivers have their own homepage, so to say, and they're very fond of it, and you can watch your stats there and upcoming races and so on. Is there a possibility to create something like that at Sim Racing Online?
Yes.
Funny you should say that because
funny you should
we
mention
won't
it.
we won't name the member, but there's a member contacted us who we got to speak to him, and he looks like he's going to write us a program for driver and team stats.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's in development.
Yeah. He this member messaged us today.
Yeah,
asking if we need any help.
The idea behind it is obviously we used the driving licence system, which was first founded by a race department, with the first that I know of anyway, to bring the system in many a moons ago, which worked fantastically.
Yeah.
Which obviously now they're not using due to them, and obviously they've moved over to the premium membership side of things. One limitation we've always found with it is you've got your licence system, you have a licence number, you have your racing number, but there's actually no way at the moment of linking your race stats to that now with this said member.
Yep.
The hope is that we can create a separate forum page or a side website where your licence will be linked to your racing stats, so somebody can click on your name and see how many races you've been in, average finishing positions, favourite cars, such, stuff like that. And then for the team forums, any team can have a forum. All you got to do is contact myself, and that'll be set up for you. And we can even have it so that you can select the members that can see inside that as well, so it's not open to, every Tom, Dick and Harry.
Yeah, okay, so that is by request.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there in that new system that is in development also an opportunity to see your own ranking and watch other drivers' ranking?
Yeah, that's one of the ideas we want to go down, is obviously we'll have the ranking point system. So obviously you can see where you are, and then see like with the license system, if you get involved in an incident that we deem was your fault, if it's a severity, we can give you a points on your license, and that will show up on your stats so that other drivers are obviously aware that you've been, been given a disciplinary, and, it's not so much to bad name people, it's more the fact, that everybody knows where they are with who they're racing, so you can give them space. I mean, accidents do happen, and if it is deemed an accident, it won't just be, we're going to punish them anyway. Any incident that's reported to us, because it will go to how we have it on the site is we've got league and event admins, like yourself, you're running a league. If there's an incident, that person that's reporting the incident is asked to record the incident that took place, the drivers involved, even if it's not themselves, if they want to report it. Then that league admin will submit it to the staff room, and then all staff will have a discussion on what they deem, whether they deem it was to be an accident or, one driver was at fault. And then if we can't decide between the staff members, we'll select random members from the forum that will view it, and it will go by a consensus of however many vote in one direction will be whether we deem, the outcome, if there is to be one.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good system. So Sim Racing Online is a sim racing platform, but what sims will you be hosting on Sim Racing Online?
All of them except iRacing.
And Project Cars.
Yeah,
So,
Project Cars.
all major sims like Assetto Corsa or Factor 2, every popular sim that is now...
Yeah,
Okay.
GT Ledger, you got R Factor 1, R Factor 2, Assetto Corsa, Automobilista, GameStop Car, GT Legends, and Race 07.
Yeah.
We got to put Race 07 thread up.
And have
We've
you
got
already
Race
got
07 now.
a result list system in place?
Yeah, that's hopefully be done within the next 2 weeks, we're hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna run GP costs for all the league racing, and what I mentioned not so long ago about team and driver stats, we're hoping to get that program sorted.
Okay.
But it depends, because this person works as well, so it's not going to be done overnight. But
That's all in the
come into
pipeline.
force.
That's coming
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is in the near future.
in the
let's
near
say.
future.
Yeah.
So is it? If I would say it will be done in January, is that too soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can't, as you know, John, you'll be one of the first to get the answers.
Yeah.
But as soon as, we won't know until we spoke to him and see what he's going to do and how he can do it. And then it's got to be implemented into Zen 4.0.
Yeah, it's more what we want to what can be realistically achieved, because obviously when it comes to coding and stuff like that, it's more about what's physically possible as opposed to what you want to do, kind of thing.
Okay.
Obviously, we'll have a conversation with him and basically sort of say to him, basically what we want.
Yep.
And he'll tell us if it's possible or not, or he can do this but can't do that. But it can still be a driver and team ranking system. As long as it works fine, it's a driver and team ranking system. That's what we're after.
I mean, put it this way, the demo we've seen of what he's done is pretty phenomenal. So,
but it is a realistic option.
Yeah.
That things will be set in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as you guys know, at Race to Play there was a thing called Create Your Own, and drivers could, for a small amount, they could set up their own series, their own events. Is there a possibility to do the same at Sim Racing Online?
Series, no, just because of the way we operate. Obviously, with Race to Play had a very unique website and the way it was designed.
Yeah.
But events, yes, you could donate, and obviously if you wanted to organise an event, and obviously you're sponsoring it like what Race to Play did, we're more than happy for that to go on, as long as we haven't got hundreds of them all happening at once. But yeah, it is an option.
Okay, so on request you can set up a single event race.
Yeah, you probably could, if you did want to run a small series, it probably could be possible.
Like 3 or 4 races?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's doable.
Yeah, because with the club races, they won't be linked to the GP costs. That GP cost is for leagues. But the new program, which we're going to be in discussion with, which we mentioned, that would be for team and driver rankings for the club races.
Yeah. Clear? Okay, so also we are from Europe, but there are a lot of drivers from the United States and Canada or Australia, Asia. And can you tell us a little bit more about what days of the week you're going to run the races and between what time zones?
We got races running 7 days a week, not on all sims. The events we're trying to do as many as we can within a week. Leagues, we've got set nights with R Factor 2 will be Sundays and Tuesdays. GT Legends is Thursdays, which will be obviously concurrent. 1 week will be a league event and then the following week will be a club event.
Yep.
Time zones wise, at the minute, we're all European, but we've got, I think it's Rob Milliken, he's obviously American. He's doing AC, which he's doing timed events at the moment, but I know he's looking into running events so that Europe and America can take part at the same time, but we will bring in others to do all of our stuff so that we can run events, obviously when we're asleep, the rest of the world's awake, so we can bring in obviously Australians, Americans and stuff like that. If there's enough use for it, then we'll bring in league admins from them time zones so that they can run stuff for their time zones.
Okay, so if there's a lot of people wanting to do races after AM, then you would set up the servers in advance and they would just be able to go ahead on their own.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, that'd be the plan, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, in addition to running your own events on request, can you also submit new tracks and mods to Sim Racing Online?
That's the easy part.
Yeah, anyone can upload a mod and a track, and then I mean it's it's more what you wish to do through uploading it. Really, I mean, if you wanted to run those leagues and mods in an event, then you can put forward a proposal to run an event in that, or discuss it with, like for instance, you're one of our R-Factor 2 staff members. If someone wanted to run an event, they can approach you and say, we want to do, an hour race round Bathurst in a Formula Ford. Then they can discuss that with you, and then, you can choose whether you want to accept the idea or not. And then if they do, then obviously you process it from there.
Yeah, like testing mods and tracks. The person that's we haven't got any forms for testing mods and tracks. If the person who wants to submit a track, as long as they've tested it thoroughly and it works fine, we'll accept it.
Okay. But that's their own responsibility then.
Yeah.
Because you won't be testing it yourself.
No.
Well, we if we get time, we will, but we rely on their honesty to say the track's okay. So we wouldn't want to put the track on the server or people download it and find out it's knackered their bloody R-Factor 1 or R-Factor 2 or whatever.
So what would happen if someone would introduce a track and the event is being held, and after the race it turned out to be a big cutting festival, and or there's something wrong with the track, like black holes and stuff? What would happen to the event?
Well, the event.
Thing is, if the event's already happened, there's not really a lot you can do other than obviously remove.
But the track would be banned after that.
Yeah, and the person who submitted the track would have to prove that the next track they wanted to submit would be okay.
I mean, there's always the option, that we can, if people want to do an online test with a track, if they're unsure, because obviously not everybody's got access to a server. See, the thing is a lot of us have discovered a track might work fine in single player, but doesn't always work well in online mode. So
that happens.
You can have like a fun evening or something, where we can put a few tracks on a server, and 5 or 6 you can go on and just have a fiddle about and see what you can do, what you can't. If a car gets stuck in a garage or in a wall, and I mean, the only other rule we've got is we won't allow link backs, i.e. if you find, for instance, a track on Race Department, you can download the track and post it on ours.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to put, like for instance, you won't be able to copy the link from Race Department into our download area, so then when they click download, it'll link back to Race Department, because it's just, it's not fair on Race Department, because people just abusing their services, which obviously people are paying for. Yep. And it's obviously, also not fair on ourselves for the same reasons.
That's fair enough.
And now obviously respecting other sites, because some sites do demand that, like you'll have certain websites, somebody might have created the mod for their specific use. Yeah. And obviously if that's the case, then don't post it on ours, because obviously we don't want to be getting emails from other websites.
They give you permission.
Yeah, other websites saying, you shouldn't be having that.
You got permission to use it, yeah, that's fine.
So we're obviously on TeamSpeak now from Sim Racing Online. Will TeamSpeak play a big part in the events?
Yes.
And can teams create their own chat room on your Sim Racing Online TeamSpeak?
We can create for them. Yeah.
You can create for them. That's also done on request.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's £1,000 a week.
You can't let anybody sort of go to the back end of them sort of things, really.
Yeah. £1,000 a week for your own area on TeamSpeak.
Plus my fee.
Well, we fund it with balloons, you see, and the inflation's terrible.
Okay. Well, Nigel and Wayne, you've given us a lot of information. To conclude, why should people come to Sim Racing Online after Race to Play closes?
Good close events, friendly atmosphere, and dinner at Nigel's.
Well, that pulled me over the line. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to add in addition to all the things that I've asked you? Have I forgotten to ask you something?
I think that's
Created-
basically covered it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've created a guide now.
Yeah.
Because we've had a few comments, a few of the guys from Race Play, obviously, of how different Race to Play is to how obviously sim sites that are based on forums, which ours is.
Yep.
Obviously finding it confusing, finding our way around. So I have created a guide now, which I've sent to and a Race to Play member to get feedback on. And then that'll be posted within the next day or two. So any new members that do want to come over, there is a guide, and also you can message either obviously myself or Nigel or any other of the site staff, and obviously we'll give you a guide in hand on what's where and who's what.
Okay, that's good information. I will also put a link to that guide underneath the YouTube video. So there will be 2 links, one for the donation stuff, no, for the poll stuff, and one for the guide. So I want to thank you both, Nigel and Wayne, for giving me this interview, and hope to talk to you soon
pleasure.
again.
Yeah, it's all good.
Goodbye.